Okay, so we've looked at defense against blitzing. So let's look at defense against kicks, okay, on a medium to advanced level. All right, so when you're looking, I'm going to work with Owen. When you're looking at kicks right here, if Owen and I face off with each other, if someone's throwing a kick at you, let's just suppose Owen's throwing a front kick at me with either leg. Yeah, okay. Let's throw it with the back leg, actually, so we cover a little bit more distance. Okay, so if someone's throwing a kick at you, it can be any kick. There's only 3 ways you can really do this, 4 ways. One is you move right out of the range, okay, that's one. And you move and you're covering ground. The other way is you close the range off, so you're within punching distance, but not kicking distance. That's the first 2. The third one, and it's not in any particular order, is throwing the front kick, moving on the inside, which opens up the opponent's body. That's one. Or the other way is moving on the outside. Okay? So we're gonna look at each one of those right now. So let's just take the first one. Now the first one, let's forget about moving around space. We know that. You're either out of range, okay, or you're in range. So you just want to be out of range, period. The second one, though, that we talked about is bridging the gap, is closing the kick off before it starts. And that's sometimes the best way to do it. Jake, I'm going to have Jake come in right here. Come in and take a stance, Jake. Okay, what I want Jake to do right now, and this is a great drill that you could do in the dojo or at home, is we're going to have Owen's going to throw a kick. Okay, he's just going to take the movement to throw the kick and actually throw the kick with the left leg. Let's just throw the front kick. What I want you to do, Jake, is I want you to move right in, nice and tight, and just push it down. Just block that kick off and come over the top. Okay? And that, most importantly, is reading your opponent. Making sure that your opponent that you can read what they're doing. So for you to to be able to initiate the defense, you have to see it coming. So make sure you focus on his shoulders, his hips, his face, his eyes, how the body's moving, and then you're going to get the opportunity to read that and then redirect it. Okay, so let's just try it. Every time he tries to kick, just block it down. Okay, good. All right, come a little faster. There you go, good. And again, let's go again. 2, good. All right, go again. Good, now I can work with any kick. Let's do it with a round kick. So let's do a round kick off the front leg. Yeah, so the big giveaway here is seeing the kick as he steps up with the back leg. You're seeing that he's stepping up the back leg, and that usually indicates that you're going to be throwing a front kick with the right leg. Okay, let's do it again. There you go, and now push that kick down. A little faster now, guys. Okay, one more time. Okay, so that's the first one, and that's one of the most important ones. And I must stress to you, really importantly, that when we're fighting, what we're looking at body language. And that's a whole language that's going on. And most of the fighters, we're not aware of it. We've been training all of our careers, all of our time, but we're not really understanding that there's an unconscious level of your brain working that's picking up and perceiving movement, okay? And that's to do with space, that's to do with timing, and that's the reason why when you walk across the street, okay, and if you're looking at your phone or if you're talking to someone, you don't have to look like this and look at your phone and then look here and then look at your foot as you take a step. Everything's happening all at once. And that's how your brain perceives movement and space and timing. And that's why sparring is very important. When you have to spar over and over and over and over and over again, because your brain is recalibrating constantly time, distance, space. And that's the kind of repetition that you want to build as a fighter. So when you're in the ring, when you see fighters like, let's talk about Mayweather, let's talk about Ali, let's talk about all the great fighters, okay? Who look smooth, it looks effortless. It's because of the thousands and millions of times of repetition after repetition that's built the fluidity of the body and that unconsciousness. So your body's doing the movement. If you have to think about it, it's too late. Your body works. It's second nature. You see people who are knocked out, they're being hit, they're on the ropes and they're just fighting back somehow and slipping and bobbing and weaving. Their brains are out of it sometimes, but the body's operating. The body memory is doing all the slipping and moving while the brain's catching up until they get out of the distress of being halfway knocked out, and then they recover and they can come back maybe. But that's because of the second nature that you build in by repetition of training. And that's why you got to put 100, 200% into your training. You got to just do it consistently. And when you're having a bad day, that's the best day. Because when you're having those bad days in the gym, your brain is calibrating how to improve it, how to make it better. So when you go on another day, it's smooth. Things just start working. Things start moving together like you've never known it ever to be before. But it's because of all those sessions that you did before, all those training techniques that you did before, repetitiously over and over and over and over again. Okay, so remember that. So taking that into account, let's go to step 2 in terms of countering or stepping inside or outside an attacker's kick. Okay, let's take a look at that right now. So we'll have Owen, let's go back to the front kick again. Jake, come on in. Owen's going to take a front kick with the, let's do it with the left leg, let's keep it consistent. And this time, you're going to step on the outside. You're just taking that leg across. The same way we did with the blitz. Okay, with the blitz is coming at you, but we're stepping across here. Okay, let's just do that first of all. Okay, stay where you are. Now we're creating an angle. Now it's very simple right here. Obviously counterattacks, but let's counterattack with a kick. Here, bam, straight up with the left leg. Okay, and let's go back. So let's just do that a few times. There you go, and back. Let's just do the once or twice. 2, and back. And let's just do that one more time. 2, and back. Okay, and then from here, of course, something what I like to do, which we can take that one step further. We can step across. Now when Jake steps across, I'm going to ask him to throw the round kick as he did before. And then when you step down, I want you to throw with the right hand, to the head. And then the right leg come right low, and that would be a foot sweep. Okay, let's just do the movement. You don't have to take them down, but just go into the leg kick, lower kick. Okay, let's go stepping over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. Let's just drill that 2 or 3 times. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. And again. 1, 2. Good. Just keep doing that. And you'll notice that what's given Jake the ability to cover so much ground is, again, he's economizing the economy of movement. It's just a simple step covering so much distance and creating space for himself for counter striking. And that's all in the footwork with minimal movement. Thanks, guys. That's great. That's all in the footwork with minimal movement. But what it does is it opens it up really big. And it gives them the opportunity to counterattack very effectively and very efficiently with minimum movement. Okay, let's take it on. Okay, so let's take it to the third way we want to move. So we've talked about cutting them off. We talked about stepping on the inside. Now let's step on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to have Jake throw the front kick at Owen. Owen's going to sidestep and then counter with a hook kick and then come forward with the hands. Let's work this out, guys. Face it off. Okay, Jake, just throw the front kick. Owen, I want you to step across to the side, find the distance, throw the hook kick, and then come in close with the hands. Okay, let's go. Side step, there it is. 2, 3, 4. Let's do that a few times. Just do that a few times while I talk it through. Good. And you see, again, it's economy of movement. It's not very hard to cover a greater deal of space just by stepping over with that front leg. And you open up the target. And most importantly, you're moving yourself out of the line of fire. You're moving yourself right out of the line of fire. Okay, guys, that's great. Thank you. Great. So that's the 3 ways. Now, whatever you're doing, whether it's a basic, mid-range level, or advanced technique, those movements work all the same way. Whether you're closing in, whether you're moving away, whether you're moving in or outside your opponent, opening up the front or the back of them, there's just a lot of variation. That takes you to an unlimited amount of responses that you can do. Okay, great. Let's take it to the next level.